Yo, what is good, world? It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King, the third. And as always, I have my lovely co-host with the most by my side, Miss Reese PC, the one and only.
Hey, y'all.
We thank y'all for tuning in and turning up for another dope episode of This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life, literally. Now, we're going to begin the show in the best fashion we know how, and that's beginning with some new news for all y'all new news. So, Miss Reese, what's topping off our news segment this week?
The people didn't care.
Huh?
They did not care.
Oh, my stars. What are we not caring about this week?
Apparently, they didn't care about the election that happened on
Tuesday. At all. No line, no waiting. Come on in. Right. The water's warm. Come on, no waiting. You can vote twice if you like.
Seriously. So the turnout was extremely low.
The
super
lowest
low.
in history, probably.
But, I mean, of course, we got some answers, right? So we're just going to run down those.
Run it down.
So there will be a runoff between Lori Lightfoot and Tony Preckwinkle. Mm-hmm. Lori came with 17%. Tony was just under that at 16%. So those are the two that will run off April 2nd, right? Mm-hmm. That's the next election. So they will make history, right?
All right.
Two African-American women running off. So somebody's going to win. Obviously, we'll have a female mayor.
So before we get into that, why it's not necessarily the best thing or why it could be a great thing, can we slow clap Black History in?
Yeah.
Chicago will have its first Black female mayor in history.
And that's a good thing.
We love it. We love it.
That's a good thing.
But it's not a perfect thing.
So we won't say who we voted for.
Mom's the word.
But Lori was my second choice, and so I'm excited she made it to the top. Let's see. Daley came in third.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. Who was fourth?
Willie Wilson.
Willow.
Came in fourth place.
Willie Wilson.
Surprisingly, he in the top 5, and I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to do that well.
Really, man. I heard from an anonymous source that shall remain nameless because they're anonymous. A white woman was seen voting for Willie Wilson. I knew it was real when I heard that shit.
Oh, yeah.
A white woman voting for Willie?
You'd be surprised who some of these white women, or white people in general, were voting for. You know.
State of confusion.
Yeah. So Susan Mendoza came in 5th, and Amara Enya came in 6th.
Now, did you get a chance to check out her Breakfast Club interview?
Kinda, and I stopped watching it, and then someone else told me it was boring.
Okay, so it was informative.
Okay.
Charlemagne wasn't there, so there wasn't any quick bow redirects and all that. It was informative as fuck. It was dope just to see, you know what I'm saying, a colleague on the Breakfast Club. It was interesting because they made mention, at least Sheila, what's her name?
Angela
E. She said, well, you know, you could make history. You could be the first Black female mayor of Chicago. And little did we know there were 2 other women that could as well, and they were actually going to make history as opposed to Amara.
Yeah.
But I think she ran a clean campaign, and I think that, you know, it's just maybe not her time for that position yet. But she has some good characteristics.
I think Amara and I think Willie should run for alderman.
You think Willie would run for alderman? He probably feel like, man, that's beneath me. Amara might too. If
that's
they're already
problem.
Running for mayor.
That's the problem. If you want to change your city, start at that level.
Yeah,
why not?
Because we talked about it last week, how they're little neighborhoods, almost. The neighborhoods are like little cities.
Well, and you not only need Black folks to vote for you, you need the white folks to vote for you.
You do need that.
The white folks up north, white folks in other areas. So you got to build a name up for yourself. I mean, I get it. You were endorsed by chance, but here it is. Willie got his own money, and he still didn't quite make it. So I think if you want to help and if you're about helping and changing the city, then you won't stop at not getting the mayor position, but you'll run for alderman.
And I like that position because if you really want to help, it's not an all or none thing. It's a until I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. And I know that she has served in various other capacities. I don't want to just single her out, but I'm just saying in terms of anybody that was in that race. It was
14.
12 motherfuckers that didn't get to the runoff. So
like 10 people
what y'all going to do now?
That you could write in.
Yeah.
And nobody knew that.
What's his name? Out of nowhere, the brother that was running, not Willie.
LaShawn Ford.
Yeah, like got like 1%.
Yeah, he was the bottom.
What should he do? Or was he already doing something? Like what? Where'd he come from?
he was like a teacher or something.
Oh, okay,
He run for alderman.
Yeah.
Work in the office.
All y'all niggas become aldermen and women.
Yeah. Okay, so I got some stats for the alderman race. So
which is equally or close to equally important.
Right. Pat Dow, she won again.
Hey, Pat.
Ward 3, Bronzeville area, right? Sophia King won.
What up, good?
Leslie Harrison won in the ward that we're currently sitting in right now.
But what I'm hearing is that she has to do a runoff because she didn't get 51%. She was at like 49, and there were two other people
that had 2 other people
like
running against
20s or something.
But no, she was at, it wasn't 49. She was higher than that. It was 49?
She didn't get to the 51, so she has a little bit more work to do. She's looking good, but I don't think it's official
right, because
yet.
the other 2 candidates,
They was in the 20s.
It was split between those 2. Yeah.
They split the other 51%.
So technically, she kind of won.
Technically. It's a formality.
Sawyer won, but again, that was the same thing because 2 people were running against Sawyer. Let's see.
Gregory Mitchell.
Okay, so he won in the 7th ward, but did you know Jedediah Brown was running in that ward as well?
I did not know. I watch a lot of I see he does a lot of Facebook Lives.
Yeah.
And I didn't really, like, when I do tune in for the 15, short attention span.
Yeah.
When I tune in for the 15 seconds or so, I don't really hear him talking about him
I
running
never
for
heard him
alderman.
say
So
anything.
I was surprised.
So I was surprised. He didn't win, obviously, but I just wanted people to know that he did run. So maybe next time, just stay woke in that.
And put in his maybe money, but just effort where his mouth is. Like, don't just say something, do something.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yep. And so Maria Haddon, who this stood out to me. Why? One, because she's just a director of a non-for-profit. That is it. That's all she does. And she beat out longtime Alderman Joe Moore in the 49th Ward. And that was like a really big upset. And they counted that early.
Damn, so it's something to them executive directors of nonprofits.
Calvin King running for alderman shortly. Stay tuned. Okay?
Watch your ward.
That's the main reason I put that in here.
Watch your ward.
We got an alderman right here.
Come on, son.
Okay, and then these people re-elected Ed Burke. This will be
Ed Burke, the one that got caught up in the...
Yes, this will be his 50th year as an alderman.
Now, I have heard that people are more comfortable with the familiar hell than the unfamiliar heaven. And maybe that's a case of the comfortability syndrome here.
Sad.
Sad, very sad. All right, what else is going on in new news for all these new news?
So the Pied Piper is out.
Why did this nigga get locked up in the first place? I don't think we covered that.
Well, no. He turned himself in, right? Because allegedly there are new tapes out with him having sex with a 14-year-old.
Why does this nigga still have access to cameras and smartphones?
And what?
He can't be trusted.
After this documentary, why are you still
fucking on kids?
So I haven't seen the tapes. I've looked, but
who quest to see these shits? Like, I haven't even seen, the Surviving R.Kelly. I haven't even seen that because it was just like, I know. So if you done seen a nigga pee on a 12-year-old and they like, now you fucking a 14-year-old and you go seek that shit out, I question your moral compass. Like, why do you even want to see that shit?
I don't know if this is an old tape, maybe a different girl. Okay. Right? And somebody has finally had the courage to release it.
Can't you tell from the quality of the first one was like,
I haven't seen it. But see, the first one was VHS.
Man, it seemed like Betamax.
This
whatever that shit was
should be
called.
on the goddamn internet, but I haven't seen anything. So, I don't know. But apparently, he's quoted in saying in the video, like, give me that 14-year-old pussy. Like, he refers to it being 14-year-old pussy. So, that's kind of just too much. He is so sick, and he needs more than help at this point.
Ew. Nigga.
But look, he spent all weekend in jail because he couldn't afford to post bail.
I'm locked up. Now, I did hear this interesting theory that he has some liens or some arrears, whatever you call that shit, when you owe people child support.
Yeah.
And if he would have posted it, it would have been like, all right, here's my $100,000 to get out. And they was like, no, you owe $100,001 in back child support, so you actually now owe another $100,001 to get out.
So I did hear that, but I also heard that the judge wasn't going to allow that to be like put on top.
Or,
they're
two separate things.
Yeah, and so
that's tough. That's slippery slope. Judges lie. Niggas,
well, a good friend of his who owns a daycare posted his bail.
That sounds like a farming system. What do you mean he owns a daycare and they're good friends?
It's a female.
Yeah, of course. Ladies love aura.
And she posted his bail. That's how he got out.
Ooh, yeah.
And when he got out, he didn't take his ass home. He went to McDonald's.
Oh, they got the Shamrock Shakes, though.
To sign autographs and take pictures. Like, I'm done. I just can't. I'm done.
It's like the audacious nigga. Like, I forgot who it was, that doctor that speaks very New Yorkish. and we was talking about her probably a month ago now. She was just like, man, R. Kelly can't be cured because his sickness is so interwoven with his artistry, and his artistry is so interwoven with his sickness, that's the type of nigga that would go to McDonald's after being released for this shit and sign autographs, probably for underage girls. It's like, my nigga.
He is
and I don't wish this on nobody, but maybe somebody's gonna take justice into their own fucking hands, G, because this dude just seems to feel like he's above the law. Obviously isn't, and if something isn't done to, you know, hold him down for real, or he's not trying to get the help that he obviously needs, somebody daddy, like one of these girls got to have a goddamn daddy, dog. And that nigga will pull up like Morgan Freeman in A Time to Kill. Hell yeah, I did it and I do it again.
Was that Samuel Jackson?
Who I say?
Morgan Freeman.
His cousin. Sam, my bad. Sammy.
I don't ever remember Morgan Freeman being violent.
Movie buff now. My bad. Yeah. I'm thinking of goddamn Bruce Almighty. But no. Samuel Jackson popped out that Foot Locker room.
Yeah.
He taking out cops. He taking out whoever. Because they did his daughter bogus. Yeah. So, nigga, Aura, watch your front, nigga. Watch your front.
Nevertheless. He's not the only one in hot water.
Yeah, who else is boiling like that lobster on the Travelocity commercial?
Have you watched the Cohen trial?
The nigga that's selling on Trump? Every time I go to the gym, that shit is on. You know, I don't watch that shit. But when I be getting dressed, I be peeping. This nigga's telling everything. He's like, man, we was riding through Chicago. He said he hate black people. Black people are only motherfuckers ignorant enough to live like this. Stupid enough to live like this. Black people will never vote for me. I ain't focused on them at all. Blah, blah, blah. Hello? Hey, Kanye, how's it going? The fuck?
But as he was saying that stuff, I was thinking, black people knew that shit already. Like, we knew that.
We knew.
Multiple people have been trying to sell us something different.
I don't think that is necessarily Trump doesn't like black people. I think Trump doesn't like poor people. Period.
Yeah.
Impoverished people, period.
But I will say this. It's more white folks on food stamps than it is black people. So I want to say that.
But y'all the ones voted for him, though. Y'all the ones voted for him. That's the thing that we didn't get wrong.
Yeah.
We didn't vote for this nigga.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So yeah, yesterday was the first day. It was a long hearing. I can empathize with him.
Long hearing in terms of impeachment trials have started, or Cohen is just being.
It was his first day in trial.
He's just telling on
and
this
it was
nigga.
A long day. Yeah.
Officially. Okay.
Yeah, because he already has to serve 3 years. So
Cohen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has this time.
What did he get? What was his
for lying
charge? Oh, just perjury.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has to serve 3 years. So at this point, why would you keep quiet for a man who has power to help? You know what I'm saying? And maybe get you out of such a tight situation, has done nothing. Right. Yeah, I'm tell everything. Wash your hands of it. And House Oversight Committee Chairman Elijah Cummings, he's the brother, the black brother, bald head. He's an older guy, right? He basically gave his closing remarks. He really empathized with Cohen.
That it's painful going to prison. I know it's got to be painful being called a rat. And let me explain. A lot of people don't know the significance of that, but I live in the inner city of Baltimore. All right? And when you call somebody a rat, that's one of the worst things you can call them, because when they go to prison, that means a snitch. I'm just saying. And so the president called you a rat. We're better than that. We really are. And I'm hoping that all of us can get back to this democracy that we want and that we should be passing on to our children so that they can do better than what we did. And so you wonder whether people believe you. I don't know.
Snitch bitch.
And he said, I totally understand. You know what I'm saying? Black folks understand that plight to prison.
Oh, man. Pipeline.
Okay. And so
room for this shit.
His speech was really emotional. He really empathized with Cohen. Cohen kind of got choked up. You can tell he was tearing up at the eyes. But he said, basically, stay strong, my brother.
Man.
Tell the truth, and this truth will set you free.
Convert to Muslim, brother. Swine, my brother.
Say all that, but
he ain't say convert.
No.
Oh, he ain't say join the nation.
This guy is a Muslim. No. Okay. But yeah.
He's a strong brother.
We'll see.
We will.
But
and he will too.
Trump tweeted
what Trump talking about?
he's lying. He's just saying that because he's going to jail. You know, according to Trump, everybody's lying but him. So I mean, that's not the case. Everybody can't be lying.
Check your circle, son. It's you. It's been you.
So yeah,
it's you. You're a piece of shit, man. You're a piece of shit. You got a high office. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of money, but you're still a piece of shit. All right. But I think that about wraps us up for new news, for all y'all new news on this week's episode of This, That, and the Third.
Literally.